That's the one. Hello, everybody. Oh, we're having more. Why is it so technical, Louise? Okay, can you hear me? And more importantly, Louise is on number 2. No, she's not.
That's not me.
What's not you? You're on number 2. That's the bench. Are you on 4 then, Louise? You must be on 4. That's you, isn't it? You're on 4.
That's me, yeah.
Can you hear Louise?
Can you hear me? Yes.
They can they? Can you put the chat on that?
Yeah, sorry.
My dear, thank you very much. Good. Everybody.
Excuse me.
Bless you. Right, we are all systems go. So I put Louise on a different camera today. Camera's on number 4. All that glitters, that is what we're here to talk about. We're going to have like half an hour or so talking all about all that glitters. Did you see it yesterday? I hope you all did. Good one, wasn't it, Louise?
Yeah.
I think someone, I just had a quick look a little bit earlier and someone saying that the judges are starting to become more interactive. They're loosening up a bit, I think.
Seem to be.
But then that is to do with the editing, I think. Myself?
Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely, it's all to do with the editing. Oh, my voice there, I was looking for that. Yeah, it is all to do with the editing.
I mean, I don't really watch Bake Off or what's the other one, The Sewing Bee. I've never really watched programs like this before, so I don't really know how the judges behave. I know they muck about on the Bake Off, and there's a lot of tomfoolery.
I do like the smart guy in The Sewing Bee. He's very smart and he's very dapper. Reminds me a bit of myself.
Yeah.
And then we have also got the pottery throwdown, which again I do like. I do like the judge. I can't remember the guy's name. Somebody I'm sure will put it in there. The one that cries all the time when he's so happy.
I do like that guy. He's fab.
He is good because we had him on a movie camera. We had he was on. Sorry, Louise, I'm just moving you around here. He was on Twitter or Instagram feed, and he was really good, wasn't he? We loved that. What? Sorry, on you and you're picking your nose.
I was scratching my nose.
Scratching your nose. Sorry, Louise. You're scratching your nose. All right then, so should we talk about all that glitters? Those judges engage in an audience, which is what all the glitters judges aren't currently doing. It is taking its time, I think, for the judges to really get interactive. But from what we have heard from the participants who we've interviewed so far, it's all to do with the editing because they have all said that they are all absolutely lovely. Yeah. So I think it's the way it's been edited. And perhaps it's been edited wrong. Perhaps they should have had it a bit more friendly right from the start. So, I don't know.
It's hard to know what to include, I suppose, though, isn't it? It's the first of its kind. I know we've had The Sewing Bee and
absolutely,
things like that. But are they professional?
It is new, isn't it? Yeah. It is a new concept. All right, so should we talk about the items? We had a suggestion, because we were talking about the items that were made, and someone suggested, Andrew, can you get the images up on the screen so we can see? And so that is what Louise is going to do now.
Oh, hang on. Okay. Ready?
Yeah, you are ready. I can see you are ready. Let's go.
Tra-la!
And if you're good, you can get me. Yay! I think, can you? Yes, there I am. Hey. So these...
Sorry, did I say that out loud?
These were Hugo's Dragonfly hoop earrings. Now, I did like them. I thought the body shape on these was really, really good. I'm not quite sure whether it actually fulfilled the brief, because it did say hoop.
But it said it could be an open hoop.
And
it is an open hoop, which is decorated with a dragonfly.
That is, yeah.
Still a hoop.
It is a hoop, but I would say that is more of a curled drop earring. And it just hooks through the ear. It's not a loop, is it? My idea of a loop would be a complete roundness, but open.
Open as in not closed.
Open to perhaps put the wire through or so forth. I'd say that is just on the edge of what it actually should be, myself. But they are gorgeous, gorgeous. I did notice a bit of a dodgy solder on the right one, right in the centre where the wings were, where the wings came onto the body when you look closely on the television. And perhaps something could have been put over those joints as well.
Like a stone?
You wouldn't have had time for the stone, but where that's one wing there, that's another wing there. We'll come back onto the bigger camera in a minute. So that was like that, and that was the body, and this was like the head, wasn't it? Like this.
That's not the best photograph either, is it? Because I know that's how they showed it on the programme, but the one on the left looks a bit twisted.
Yeah.
So that it looks like they're not identical, but they were, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. But I think where the metals came across to join on here, I thought that was a little bit ugly, and perhaps something could have been quickly done would have been a ball, flattened, or a little ball and put in the doming block, and just to cover over that and solder over that, so that would have been a dome.
Yeah.
Like that, and that spot on. I would have liked that. I would like to have seen that. So yeah.
I like the fact that Sean modelled them all as well.
Yeah, that was a bit weird. That was.
No. Not baby proof. No.
No, absolutely.
Not a lot of jewellery is, though, is it really?
No, absolutely. But they were gorgeous. I loved the shape of the bodies. I thought they were really, really good. Perhaps more of a Mayflower with a curl, perhaps. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. I did love them.
Yep.
Maybe have the next one then, please, Louise.
Yes, you should say it like next slide, please.
You can just press.
You should say it like
press
Chris Whitty,
right on your
please.
keyboard, and it'll go to the next slide.
Yep.
Next slide. Like
it's not that funny, is it?
What's his name? Chris Whitty.
The Chris Whitty.
Chris Whitty.
Cha-cha slide. Next slide.
So these were Lee's cosmic hoop earrings. I thought these were nice. I did like the idea of these. The judges picked up a few things. The fact that he melted a little bit at the bottom.
So easily done.
It is so easily done, especially with the Smith torches, and it's quite thin wire. But they were good. I love the texture. I love the little dots going around the outside as well. I thought it was a very neat and clever way to put the hinges as well upon the top, utilising that double strand, flattening them, drilled through to put the hinge. I thought that was really good.
Can you do a film on, did you see what I tagged you in?
No.
A clip, a clasp.
What a horseshoe? I've got the horseshoe.
No. Hang on.
On top of clasp.
Yeah, I'll come back to you on that, but
okay.
I can't remember what it was. What was it?
All right. But yeah, I thought they were really good. Let's get back on picture in picture. Unfortunately, he did get criticised because he melted it and they weren't quite symmetrical. They weren't quite right. But I thought I did like them.
Yeah.
Perhaps it didn't push Lee to his full potential. Perhaps he played it a little bit too safe with those.
Yeah.
But I absolutely did like them. I really did like them. The maker was also heating the tweezers, which probably yeah, it's so easily done. It's so easily done. But we did like them.
Can you make a catch that goes click? Can you demonstrate making a catch that goes click?
Yeah, there's like little horseshoes. That's
what they called,
so they're like that. Yeah, and that's soldered onto the piece, and then the wire then comes across.
I don't know whether
the
lady meant that or like the Locket click, or is it the same principle?
Oh,
I
did see something about Locket, a snapshot on a Locket, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That, and then someone put a link to
the catches, Fiona. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we can do that. I've got
you can write it on your little list there, in fact, can't you, from Monday? That'd be
good. Locket clasp. Okay. Next slide, please.
Okay.
There we go. So these were Sunny's, and I think these were typical Sunny earrings myself. I
love them.
Yeah, they were. They were really good. I think he has a style that you can see in everything that he does. It's the little granulations, the little balls that he adds all the time. I think they were really, really good. Yep, Sunny's earrings. I could imagine they're going to be quite heavy because they're going to be solid. But they were good, and he did get criticised because of the post and the butterfly. I think he could have put perhaps just a little bit of a catch with that, even if just a simple hook over.
Do you find though that they lose their stickiness? Because
if they're not annealed well, yeah,
like Huggies and things like that, the posts always bend over time, especially if you click them together if you're too hard on them, and then they just don't shut.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they do.
And it's fine if you're in a workshop and there's pliers around, you can just
squeeze
sort it out.
Absolutely. But then butterflies then lose their grip as well, and they usually have to be tightened.
Yeah,
but
true.
what I was thinking is what you could have done was on the end here, and obviously this comes through like this, and the balls are by here. What Sonny could have done, if you wanted to, was have the catch where that little flat came. You could turn it the other way around and had a V. So because on the ends they were like this, weren't they? So you could have put a bit of a V in like that. And then on here, had the wire going through the end of that side. And he could have had a catch on there, doing it that way, couldn't he? He could have done that, but I thought they were really, really, really good. I loved them, absolutely loved them, but nice
Really
and heavy, nice and heavy, and they were a good match as well. So I think he did a cracking job with that.
Lash.
Next slide, please.
Next slide, please.
Next slide. What do we have now?
Tamara's Crescent Moon hoop earrings.
Tamara's. Now, again, I thought these were really good to do some press.
It's not the best.
I tried to get it off the TV, but they didn't go low enough, and it just showed the bottom parts, unfortunately. I thought they were good. I loved them. I thought they were very good. I've gone very, very small in this picture, haven't I? Yeah. I love them.
It's all right, we're all looking at the earrings anyway.
They were very good, I thought. She was criticised because of the solder joint, but to be honest, I thought they were really good. They're hollow. They look solid, but they're hollow. I thought the catch where it came down, there was no actual catch. It went inside the earring itself, so that was quite an invisible catch. I thought they were really good, and to have the little cutout that she did, and she used the press.
She's so clever with the techniques, isn't she?
Yeah, I thought that was really, really good. I don't know what she does have a style. I don't know how she could have translated that style onto those earrings. Perhaps she could have planished the earrings when they'd been pressed out, perhaps, or even prior to pressing out, planish them and then press them out, so they had a bit of texture, a bit of decoration on them that would perhaps be her signature style. But I think it's very hard to have a signature style and to try and have that with every single piece of jewellery you make, because perhaps a piece of jewellery doesn't
lend itself to
exactly doesn't lend itself to that particular
being asked
style.
to make something, and it doesn't always fit. I suppose that's the challenge as well, though, isn't it? Part of the challenge is
and whereas Sonny's, he's a fantastic jeweller, but he adds the little balls and makes it very Renaissance, very medieval looking. You can do that to most things, but if your style isn't that and it's something completely different, I think it'd be very hard to translate it across to all different types of jewellery myself.
Yeah.
That's what I would. But they were brilliant. They were absolutely gorgeous. Next slide then, please. Unless you've got anything more to say on them, Louise?
No, I love them.
Love them. They were good, weren't they? So the next earrings were Dan's. Now,
I'm saying my earrings look familiar. Yes, darling, they feel nice. They're a lovely way. They don't touch the cheek too much.
Your teeth aren't bleached enough.
Oh.
No, I didn't mean that. Sorry, I didn't mean that as any sort of criticism at all. I'm just saying that Sean's teeth are a little bit on the white
They're
side.
nice. Oh, I'm going to do mine tonight.
You've got gorgeous teeth, Louise.
Make me self-conscious now.
No, don't be
anyway,
so
on with the show. Dan's rippling hoop earrings.
I thought Dan's hoop earrings were really, really nice. Innes said Tamara's were difficult technically. They were difficult technically. Yes, they were, because she had to punch out the... can we go back one slide, please, Louise? We had to go... thank you. They had to be punched out and they all had to be symmetrical, didn't they? I think that was the really hardest part. You can open your mouth, Louise. You've got lovely teeth. Stop it now. Okay, next slide, please.
Okay.
Cracking. These were good. I loved these as well. I thought the swirls in these, the swirls when they all went along, were really, really nice. I think Dan, it's very hard, I think, if you are someone like Dan, I think when they said at the beginning that he makes jewellery for other shops, that it's very hard to have a style when you're told to make a particular type of jewellery. You can't put your style on that because that's not what the customer wants. So I think to have a style when you're making jewellery for somebody else was really, really hard. And I think he is slowly developing and having a style now.
Yeah.
Isn't he? You can show your teeth, Louise. Let me go back onto Dan. Let me go and get that clasp I got in here a minute. So I think Dan's were really good. The catch as well, it came along and it snapped into place. I thought that was really, really good. As he said, you could hear that right across the other side of the workshop. And I was amazed how he managed to get it so nice and crisp on such a very small piece of jewellery. I was really impressed with that. They don't get sent home to their home workshops to make the final piece like forged in fire. I think a lot of them do. A lot of them go back to the workshops, and I know since they've created pieces.
I think Paul means to make the final piece for the competition.
Oh, I see, to make the final piece for the competition. I see,
yeah.
It is a shame, but then that wouldn't be equal then with everybody else. Not everybody then is in the same situation, so perhaps that wouldn't be right. So those were all the earrings, and they had 5 hours to do them. I think they did really well.
They did, didn't they?
Really, really well. I just brought in my locket that I made to show the clasp that I've done on that, but I'll show that at the end in case you're wondering what that's doing there. Yeah, makers don't have their own workshops. Yeah, because we know that Nicola has a little small workshop, doesn't she, at the end of the house, is it?
I'm not sure where it was, no.
I know Naomi does the work in her works, and I don't know whether she has anything at home. But yeah, they've done very, very well. Any comments coming in? Let's have a look. Yeah, makers don't have their own workshops. They could cheat and go to Elizabeth Duke. Yeah, whatever.
Could happen.
Have they get more time in the finals? I would like to see. I think they are. Next week is the semis, and they've got 2 challenges to do. Again, they've got to make a stone set cuff, and then they've also got to make an engagement ring as well. So again, it's the double, and I would have thought they're going to have plenty more time to make them, because the 5 hours for the earrings, I thought was a good time. That's like a whole day, isn't it, taking into account posting on social and having your lunch and coffee breaks, isn't it?
Yeah.
How long did it take to make my locket? I'd have to have a look. Here's my locket here. Ooh. I did, oh my gosh, all the earrings are falling off here. This is a locket, I can't get it off. Oh, Louise, I'm spoiling your display now. Oh no.
Okay.
Okay, so, oh, hecky thump. Look, it's been everywhere. So this is a locket that I made up several years ago now. I made a couple of these. This was for a magazine tutorial that we did. Mokume Gane sheet. I cheated, I bought it. Inside a disc on either side, and I've got a little pin that sticks out, locates into the other side into a little hole, and I've just sort of like burnished over the edge, just riveted over the edge to make a little bit of a lip, and that clicks in. Oh, you can hear that across the other side of the workshop, Louise.
Yeah, I did hear that, yeah.
Right by the microphone, hang on. There we go. Yeah, so I think I think that took me, that film's on At the Bench, I think that took me about 4 hours to do. So I think it is going to be possible. But anyway, right, let's go on to the locket, shall we? Next slide, please. No?
Okay.
Okay, this is the locket of Hugo's. What do we think to this? Did you like this, Louise?
I did. I loved the texture on it.
You actually see, I thought the texture spoilt a little bit. I thought a nice high finish would have been better, but I don't know. What do you think? High polish? You got a lovely click. Thank you, Penny. It was very nice. Where's it from At the Bench? I'd have to have a look, Gillian. I'd have to have a look. But it is on At the Bench somewhere. Perhaps under Techniques. I'm not sure. Just search for Locket, and I'm sure films will come up. But they don't necessarily spend a lot of time on Hugo's pieces when he's making them, do they?
Perhaps he doesn't really talk to them or engage. Perhaps he's just so
focused on it, and perhaps that's the reason why he gets so much more done. He just ignores them, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. He's just a cheeky old chap that doesn't doesn't talk to the judges much. But I thought that was nice. I didn't see how they did the backing, whether that was a sheet of silver or anything on that. I wasn't quite sure on that, but it was nice. It was nice. Texture wise, I think I would leave it, but I think it's really nice. Yeah, you saw him pierce it, but didn't see him apply the texture. I think he must have used like a ball burr on that by the looks of it. Do you think he added the texture because of the previous criticism he received? Yes, it could have been, because Sean picked up he could have had different textures on the wings. One matte, one polished, didn't he? So perhaps that was the reason why. Think so, Louise? Yeah.
It's only a tiny thing, but it would be nice if the top of the matched with the bail, wouldn't it? It's only a tiny thing, but it's really nitpicky.
If you wanted to be asymmetric, it's not far enough off.
Or maybe it's supposed to be like that. Perhaps but it's just my.
No, I quite agree. It's not quite. It's not vertical, but it's not enough off to make it obvious.
Yeah.
Is it? Nice though. I did like it. Yeah. Diamond cut maybe. Yeah. Absolutely. I would have loved the point of the flower to say at 12 o'clock. Yeah, exactly, Romy. That's what we said. Yeah. Super. I'm surprised they didn't pick that up. Unless it wouldn't be the way the photograph's taken, would it? Because it wouldn't be.
Because the bail is there, isn't it?
Yeah,
and
it's completely the wrong way, yeah.
It's only probably a few mil, isn't it? But it's...
Yeah. Very good. Okay, may we have the next slide, please? Okay, so this is Lee's. What's on it? Was it a stem cell locket? I think he had the idea there. He had the texture, but unfortunately, he didn't finish it. We know the reason why, but we can't say, can we? He did have a problem doing the domes for it, or doing the discs. So we know that. But yeah, it was good. And in fact, if you look on Lee's Instagram page, you'll see that he's done it. He's made it again. And it is really, really nice. I think the hinge is round at 9 o'clock and the bail's at the top. And that looks really, really good. The principle, the idea was there, isn't it? But just wasn't quite right.
Just a shame he couldn't finish it.
Absolutely. He overplanned it. I don't know. I think he had plenty of time. But yeah, just ran out of time, didn't he, though?
Looks like, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, then, Louise.
It would have been a completely different, it would have been a different story, wouldn't it?
We don't know, yeah. Okay, may we have the next slide, please? Who do we have now?
Sunny's Egg of Life.
I love the egg. I love the pear shape on this. I thought it was very good how he managed to get that top half in that particular shape. I thought that was very, very good. I did like that. When he said he was going to make it pear shape, I did wonder how he was going to do it, but it did work out well. I thought that was really, really good. So I quite like that one. Not recording. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I thought that was really, really good. What do you think about that, Louise? Typical Sunny style with the little balls on it.
Yeah, unmistakable, isn't it, really?
Absolutely. But yeah, really good. I think they criticised the gap in the hinge part. Could have been a bit tighter. But it's an awkward one. When things have to swivel like that, it's very hard to get a really, really tight fit. So I think that would be the reason why. But yeah, Fabergé egg, it was very much like in that sort of shape, wasn't it? We love that. That was really nice. Anything you want to say about that? Just
No,
nice,
I don't think
nice,
so.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was really nice, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, should we have the next slide then, please?
Okay.
Oh, next one we go. What is this one? Tamara's Secret Notes for Your Life. I did like this. Again, this looked nice size, nice and chunky, nice hemispherical, nice dome. It would roll around and move quite nicely, wouldn't it? So I did like this. I thought the bail was nice as well. The bail was nice and thick. And again, she had that same swiveling style catch on it, and it did criticize the it wasn't quite exact, was it? It was slightly off when the catch went across. It didn't line up exact. Let's have a see what other people are saying on here. Like the bail was good. The bail was nice and thick. Lacked the bit of paper in the end that was planned. Perhaps they did, perhaps it was in, I don't know. But that was good. I did like that. I thought the little dots on there were a nice little addition. I wasn't sure whether they were supposed to be all over the whole piece though. I wasn't quite sure on that.
Because Solange said it looked like a pomegranate. I saw it more like an apple.
Yes. Yeah, because of the bail, looked like the stalk coming off it, something like that. Yes. But we did like that. We thought that was very good as well. We did like that.
No, not an apple, an orange.
An orange?
Sorry, yeah, no, I'm getting my fruit mixed up. An orange, not an apple at all. An orange, yeah.
With the orange skin. Yeah. Absolutely. But that was nice. The bail was too big. Yeah, it's awkward, isn't it, to get the right size. But I thought the idea of putting the note in there was pretty good. I thought that was a nice idea. I loved that. Yeah, pretty good. An orange, yes, exactly. Next slide then, please, Louise. Oh, you're on the ball, Louise. That was quick, wasn't it? Dans. Now, Jason loved Dans. Jason said he should have won. And it is a lovely, lovely locket. But it was criticised by the fact that it was too angular.
I think Solange said that it wasn't irregular enough.
Yeah. It wasn't because the feminine...
Too much like a coffin.
It's awkward, isn't it? It was a great shape. Perhaps for a gent, something like that. But then you can get rectangular lockets for women. So you're playing with your eyes there.
Yeah. David is asking, are there specific parameters to qualify as a locket?
It has to have some sort of opening device, doesn't it? A hinge. I think they asked for a hinge, didn't they? And a catch and a void inside to put something in place. It's not feminine, but yeah, but coffin shaped, yeah. And I did see a couple of marks on the surface as well when they zoomed in on the lid, but altogether I think it's very good. And what I also quite liked was the bail was, I'm going to take myself off there, the bail is the same sort of triangular shape. Looked like that was done in copper, that was a different colour, and that was nice because it echoed the same sort of shape as the locket, didn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Okay, so is that it? Is that all the slides? I think that was about it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So it was a good show. I think it showed off their there we go. It showed off their craftsmanship really, really well this week, and I think the judges were a bit more interactive as well, which I think was really good. There's a lot more laughter, a lot more lightheartedness about it. Yep, so we did like that. A diamond in the centre would work. Yes, it would. I would have thought perhaps the lid wouldn't have been thick enough for that. But perhaps something like a bezel setting on the outside would have been good. But yeah, would make it pop. I think Hugo centred the hinge to the design and was left with no choice as to where he placed the bail. Yeah, that could be true. But yeah, it was a better show, and I think it's going to be better next week as well, and then the final the week after.
What's next week?
It is stone set cuff and engagement rings next week.
Nice.
I think they showed a trailer when they're soldering the shank on, the shanks fall apart and so forth, so there's a bit of drama next week as well. bit more detail about the pitfalls and the technique this week. Better program. It is getting better. It's slowly getting better and better, isn't it? Bit by bit, week by week, it's getting better and better. Next week, I'm not quite sure. I think they've got stones to use next week. They've got silver to make the cuff, and I think they're using gold for the engagement ring. So it should be another good one.
Should be good,
next week, shouldn't it? So is that about it then? That's all we need to say today, isn't it? We're going to go home. We're going to have some tea. We're going to have some tea and sort the place out. We got Grace coming down.
Yeah,
got one of my daughters coming down to see us and her boyfriend. We haven't seen them. Have they finished filming? Yes, they finished it, Martin, back in, I think it was March or April of the last year. So they filmed about a year ago. Did they get to platinum? I don't think they did, no. I don't think they're going to get as far as platinum, because platinum is really such a special metal to work with, and perhaps they don't have the knowledge and the experience of doing that. Okay, let's go. We've seen my locket with a little catch, because somebody said about doing the catch, so that's a nice little locket there. If you want to know how to make that, that's on At the Bench. There's my locket there, pretty much very similar, hinge on the outside, nice. Anyway, Louise, shall we go?
Yes, we shall, if you want. Did they have a break in filming because of lockdown? I think they may have done, actually.
They did. They did the first 3 episodes, didn't they? And they said at the start of the programme that COVID had kicked in, and so they had to come back afterwards to do it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Romy, that's about it. A laser welder would be good. Yes, do they have a break from? Yes, they did. They did have a break, because they interviewed Sonny and said that he'd had a baby in the meantime.
Yeah.
So that was really good. That's lovely. I think Rudy now is well over a year old now. Cute. And I think we've got Sonny to be interviewed later this week as well. We're getting there. It's hard work, isn't it? It's tiring work. It's tiring work, but good work.
Yes.
Okay, everybody.
It's a privilege to talk to all these talented people, and all of you talented people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. Well, is there a like button on these films now, Louise? There must be a like, isn't there?
You need to fix it, yeah.
I do need to fix it, do I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember we said a couple of weeks ago there's settings and you've got to make them visible?
Is there?
Yeah.
Is there?
Put it on your list.
Like button. YouTube. Okay. All right then, Louise. Let's go. Let's go and have some tea.
Okie dokie.
Anything you want to say? No.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, everyone. We will see you all. When we see you now? What day is it today?
Monday.
The 5th, the 4th, the 3rd, 10th? 10th of May? I think it's the 10th of May for our next question and answer. 4 o'clock. Yes, we love Louise's earrings, don't we? Where have we seen those earrings before, Louise?
Where have we seen them before?
Where have we seen them? Okay, everyone, take care. We will see you Monday, 4 p.m. for our next question and answer. Have a lovely rest of the week, and yeah, give us a thumbs up if you like it. You're more than welcome. Nice to have a chat with everybody. We will see you all next week. I'm going to fade to black. Again, I found my fade to black button now, Louise. I can just fade to black.
You're going to do it, you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, everyone, take care. We'll see you Monday. Bye.